7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, FHS. We've got a wonderful show for you today. I'm Trent Galzinski.
And I'm Jack Tony. On today's show, we have coverage of Incubator EDU's group Menus for You and Miss Campbell's retirement.
Also on today's show, there's Miller Speed and Pet Store and fan favorite, What's Cooking?
All of this and more on BKTV Live. Welcome back to BKTV Live.
Before we get into things, teachers, if you haven't filled out the form from Miss Southern regarding which zone you want to be in, we will be closing it at 3 today, and if you do not fill it out, we'll place you if you haven't.
The incubator year is well on its way, and one of the teams, Menus for You, is just getting off the ground. Menus for You is a business startup with a goal of bringing integrity and transparency to our menus.
Incubator is in its second year at FHS, and Joshua Wyatt, whom I had the privilege of interviewing as part of Menus for You. Their purpose? To provide customers a transparent look on a restaurant's menu. Josh explains what the purpose of the company is, the problem they saw inspiring the company, and where he envisions it going.
So originally, Reese Beckett came up with the idea. It all started with like an ice cream truck joke, and it went to like food trucks, and then we ended up coming up with the idea to create menus, or a menu website for restaurants locally. The purpose of our company is so customers know what they are eating before they go to the restaurant or while they're at the restaurant, because some people might be gluten-free or they might be on certain diets, and they want to know what's a part of those diets, and that's what our website's going to do. It's going to solve the problem for those customers. Right now, we're just at the beginning stages, but I think eventually we'll try to spread it out across most of the state, which I think once we all go to college, we'll all be separated across the state, so it'll be more than just locally, and then hopefully it'll keep spreading from there.
With the business in its early stages, it was only fair to ask when they felt it would hit the ground running and what early challenges they faced in the early process of developing a business.
I think that like after the MVP pitch, which is December 14th, that our company will mostly take off. We started off a little too cheap. We started out at like $5 for the restaurants to pay us to be on our website, but then we realized that that's a little cheap and people are going to be willing to pay more, so we ended up bumping up the prices a little bit.
With each group having a mentor to help guide the group, I asked them about their mentors.
Our mentors are Harry Peterson and Dan Combs. Dan Combs owned Pizza Hut at one point, and he owned Little Caesars at one point. And then Harry Peterson, most of his family owned most of the Maple Valley area restaurants at a certain time. And so he has a lot of, they both have a lot of experience in the restaurant industry.
I wish Menus for You good luck on their endeavors. This is Alex Coomer reporting for BKTV.
Thanks, Alex Coomer. This was recorded before the MVP pitch, the first pitch to a board of directors mentioned in the segment, and they did win $500.
Good luck to Menus for You for their final pitch and beyond.
Our beloved math teacher, Miss Campbell, is retiring.
Brandon Arena and Cameron Johnson tell us a little bit more.
The beloved math teacher, Miss Campbell, is retiring.
The thing that I'll miss most about working here at the high school is probably the students. They are the most fun. Some of my seminar students are super crazy and nuts, and it just really makes the days a lot of fun. I've been in this building for 31 years, including my 4 years as a student, so that's a long time, and I'm just kind of getting tired of this building. Not really. It's just time. There are things that it's just time for me to be done. During high school, it was way different than what you guys experience. We had straight rows. You came in, you had homework every night. It was way different than now. I decided I wanted to be a teacher, and then one of my teachers talked me out of it. And then I needed a job. Life changed. I needed a job super quick. The principal hired me here, and I worked a variety of different jobs. I was a study hall teacher. I worked with special services, and I worked in the front office. And then I became a teacher. So I had lots of different jobs, and it was just, I needed a place to work. I have another job that I currently work at. Right now I work part-time. I'm going there full-time. So my part-time job, believe it or not, works with numbers, and I do a lot of different number type things. A lot of the things that I teach in technical math are the things that I do on a daily basis there.
Did you know that Miss Nash was in Miss Campbell's first seminar?
When I was in her first class, I was a freshman, and I didn't even know it was her first year teaching. I had no idea. We just had a homey feeling in seminar, and she made us feel comfortable, and I had her for math too, so I had her right after seminar, and I spent a lot of time in that room. Obviously I like math, but she was really good at teaching, and she made everything easy. She had the perfect combination of sarcasm and structure. Her sarcasm, we do it really well. But no, I can go to her whenever I have questions about teaching, and I like her being here because that's who I had for math, so it's nice to be able to go back to where I began and know that I'm bringing in what she taught me.
Thanks to Miss Campbell and Miss Nash for letting us interview you. This is Brendan Arena and Cameron Johnson recording for BKTV.
Thanks to Miss Campbell and Miss Nash for the interview. We will miss you. We now move on to our real-world news segment, Stuff That Matters.
Our first story is about the Chinese spy balloon that flew over the U.S. earlier this week. The United States shot down this balloon as it was violating U.S. airspace. This prompted China to respond by threatening to retaliate, saying it was an overreaction. The United States still views China as an important partner and believes the balloon was a major mistake on China's part.
Secondly, a 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck Turkey and Syria on Monday. Over 6,200 people have died thus far, with search efforts still underway for thousands more missing. With ongoing conflicts in the countries, relief efforts have been struggling to organize. If you wish to help with the efforts the International Red Cross can be found on icrc.org.
On Tuesday night, President Joe Biden spoke to a joint session of Congress for the annual State of the Union address. President Biden focused his comments on working together with Republicans in order to continue governing.
Our next story concerns the largest planet in our solar system, Jupiter. Previously, it held the title of having the second most moons, but this week, astronomers in Hawaii discovered 12 new moons orbiting Jupiter, taking its total to 92.
Finally, we have the Kansas City Chiefs as they face off against the Philadelphia Eagles in this year's Super Bowl. The two teams will play this Sunday in Arizona at the University of Phoenix Stadium.
Miller's Feed and Pet Store is the only of its kind in the area. They work with the local farmers in the community to help keep our vital local economy alive and well.
Here we have the managing mind behind Miller's Feed and Pet Store, Gage Cantu.
Miller's Feed and Pet Store is located on 625 East Karsh Boulevard and sells almost exclusively to farmers. Check it out.
The main purpose of the feed store is we provide feed for the local animals around here. We do have some people farther out. We got people all the way in Piedmont, all the way up to down to Jackson, up to Festus. We got people everywhere. But the main purpose is for us to provide the best feed. Doing stuff in this field of business is different from other businesses just because in a daily basis my job changes from running up the cash register to driving trucks around to unloading semis. It's a little bit different. It's a little faster paced than most places where you're stuck at one position. We don't help a whole lot of places around here because there's not many places around here like us. We do help out like people down in Fredericktown. Dave Ward, he owns a feed store down there. We'll do some business with him. We do some business with places up in DeSoto area and Potosi. But the main purpose is to help the farmers in the area. There's been days where I'm here until 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning making feed for people because they need it right then. We do a bunch of fertilizer and stuff like that, which It provides better hay for people around here because right now there is a hay shortage for the last couple of years, which we're trying to get that back where it needs to be. As of right now, it is a extremely important job because a lot of places are shutting down because it's getting harder to get products in. So we're pushing a little farther out. We're getting stuff all the way from Utah, Colorado, California. We're getting a little bit of everywhere. So right now it is extremely important for local businesses like this to help out.
Reporting for BKTV, this is Alex Coomer.
Miller's Feed and Pet Store will continue to operate as an important piece in our community.
For our final story, Sam and Chris take us through the steps on how to make your very own Willy Wonka chocolate bar.
What's up, FHS? And welcome back to another episode of What's Cooking.
And if you can't tell where we are, we're going to be making some Willy Wonka chocolate bars.
But before we do that, let's get some input from the students.
Bradley, what is your favorite brand of chocolate?
Hershey's.
Good one. One of you guys, favorite brand of chocolate?
Hershey's.
Good one. I feel like we're going to hear that a lot. You in the blue sweatshirt. You, what is your favorite brand of chocolate?
Hershey's.
Good one. Ethan, what's your favorite chocolate candy?
Kit Kat.
Good one. What is your favorite chocolate candy?
Snickers.
How about you?
Probably like Kit Kats.
Good ones. You guys, I need your favorite chocolate candy.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. It's also Reese's.
Good answers. Caden, favorite chocolate candy?
Kit Kat.
Good one. Oh, Sam, what is your favorite chocolate candy?
Chocolate candy, Reese's.
That is a good one. Reed, what is your favorite type of chocolate candy?
Just a normal Hershey chocolate.
That's a good one. What about you?
Reese's Cups.
Good one. You?
Also Reese's Cups.
That's the best answer. Hey, you, what is your favorite chocolate candy?
Chocolate candy? Oh, Milky Way.
That's all right. That's a weird one. Excuse me, Mr. Cantor. What is your favorite type of chocolate candy?
My favorite type of chocolate candy? Twix.
That's a good one.
Now that we're back in Sam's kitchen, let's get a look at those ingredients. For this recipe, you will need powdered sugar, some dry milk, some unsweetened cocoa powder, and some coconut oil.
First, you're going to want to get a pot and fill it up a third of the way with water, and then put your mixing bowl on top so the bottom can heat up, and you can mix all your ingredients in there. And next, you're going to want to pour half a cup of coconut oil into the bowl. And next, you're going to want to mix in the cocoa powder into the coconut oil. And next, you're going to want to put the milk powder in there and mix that around. And next, you want to add your powdered sugar in slowly.
Once you let your chocolate completely cool and all the ingredients have been mixed in properly, you want to pour in your chocolate to your mold. I just need to find a good way to grab this. There we go.
I wonder if we can film in the library.
Once your chocolate's done melting, you want to take it out of the mold. Now you want to put it in a wrapper of your choice.
Ready.
Look at that.
Cross section. Sorry. The taste. That's very melty.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Good job, guys.
Yuck.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's it for this episode.
And make sure to tune in next time
To What's Cooking?
Where was the golden ticket?
I guess they weren't lucky enough.
Well, that's all the time we have for BKTV Live.